got to.
They're planning to build a big shopping mall on it.
Well, what do you mean by not available?
One of the principals is in the hospital, another one is out on his boat somewhere in the Caribbean, and the third's in jail.
In jail?
On a tax evasion charge, I'm told. He'll be out in a few months.
Right. Doesn't sound like a very trustworthy business partner, does he? Well, even so, it's important that our client realizes that he puts himself in an unfavorable position if only one person signs the promissory note for all of the principals. Even if all the parties involved are in a hurry to complete the deal, it's important under the circumstances that all the principals sign the note.
Why's that?
Are you familiar with Ness versus Greater Arizona Realty, Inc. and revisions to the UCC affecting that decision?
No, I'm not. Could you explain?
Well, basically, Ness versus Greater Arizona involved a situation which was very similar to this case. A promissory note was signed by only one principal who was acting as an agent on behalf of a group of principals who wanted to buy real estate. They were unable to pay the note and were sued by the drawee. However, the court ruled that no one's liable on an instrument unless he's signed it.
I see.
However, after the revisions to the UCC, a principal signing as an agent on behalf of other principals can bind them, even if their signatures aren't on the note.
Well, there isn't a problem then, is there?
Well, yes, there could be. Our courts haven't really addressed this issue since the revisions to the UCC. I don't want to put our client in the position of being a test case for this issue. It could get tricky if the other principals deny that the signing principal was acting on their behalf. The safest course is for our client to be able to sue on the note against all the principals as makers.
Right, I understand. So what do you think I should do?
I suggest that you tell your client to refuse to accept the note until it's been signed by all of the principals. I also recommend that you inform the buyer that there are ways to get his business partners to sign the promissory note.
Such as?
Well, as you may know, in our jurisdiction, signatures by fax are legally binding. Why don't you propose that option?
Okay.
I would also advise you to look into e-signatures. That might work. Peter Walston in the Intellectual Property Department can explain how that's done. Another way of getting the signatures of all the principals would be to send the document by courier and have it signed.
But what about the guy on the boat out in the Caribbean?
Well, that's a difficult one, but I'm sure we'll find a way around it.